EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us a dozen miles east of the National Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go here on Monday night. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Set up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Bronco 80. Ready.
And he'll take it for 4 yards on the game's first play. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set. Set up.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. The Commanders about to send this one away. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for it all. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And he's going to have the Eagles 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, It's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion.
He is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's his third touchdown on the year.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10.
Let's go.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Come on, set.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. The open receiver is Dotson. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the...
Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Let's go now. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever.
Here we go. Let go.
From the shotgun on 3rd down. Dan pressure gets there, and down he goes. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. On 1st down, Wilson. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Frankie Luvu. Into space. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. The PAT, up and good. And the Commanders will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get about 5. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Pitts is the man in motion. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Now a 3rd and 2. Austin brought in motion. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Now a give up the middle. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. They'll stick with him again. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Man in motion is Smith. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's caught downfield by Smith. That pickup good for 29 yards.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and that will lead to a second down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's in! Touchdown, Eagles! That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Ready, ready.
Throwing now. Daniels. He connects downfield to Dotson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Ready. Dragon 60. Cup 19. Cup 19. 18. Pioneer.
Daniels to throw on second down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced it.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Wilson lines up in the pistol. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Austin brought in motion. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This is fielded well short of midfield. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
18 Rattler. Set up. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
Throwing is Daniels. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. This one deep downfield for Chase. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
From the shotgun, Wilson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
They go play action with Wilson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back in on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. A throw right side is intercepted. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready, right?
They'll throw with Daniels. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
Ready.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniels. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that 2nd foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced.
To the goal line and in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Commanders. Now the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Nice job initially by the quarterback. He feels that immediate pressure, and he's able to escape the pocket. Now, you're hoping somebody uncovers. One of your targets becomes free, but it became pretty clear that he wasn't going to be able to have anybody to deliver the ball to, and does the right thing by getting rid of it.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense. Any turnover down here. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage. And then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be...
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials. indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So, we have hit halftime here on a Monday night as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically. It's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Landon Dickerson, guilty on that one. Wilson to throw. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Man in motion is Smith. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Short throw taken by Pitts.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He'll get this out wide. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Pitts is the man in motion. From the gun, here's a handoff. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. 2nd and a yard. To the right, that's Pitts. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's a run, and he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Cougar 19. Ready.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Pick him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Go. Ready.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop them. That will be no gain on the screen. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Get it.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Finding space at the 40. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. He'll tuck it and take off. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty.
Eagles 21, Commanders 14.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Throwing again. Daniels. That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
At the Eagles' 19-yard line.
Come on, come on.
Dotson, the man in motion. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And he's in. Saquon Barkley Touchdown, Washington. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Man in motion is Brown. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Right back to him on first down. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Pitts is the man in motion. On third down, here's Wilson. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he's into the end zone. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
The kick is good. Makes the score Eagles 28, Commanders 21.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Daniel. That's going to be intercepted. Nothing better than a big man touchdown. The defensive lineman comes up with a pick six. Celebration time for the guys up front.
Yeah, Mike, and you can always see which guys have a little running back in their pass, because this big guy, when he got his hands on the ball, he was not being stopped until he found himself in the end zone.
Commanders 21. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Let's go now.
Dotson, the man in motion.
Ready?
Now Daniels throwing on, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them. And it's the quarterback who continues to...
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
19 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Trap 60. Trap 60. Let go.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down.
Ready? Ready?
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll drop to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. From the gun, it's Wilson. He fires downfield for Pitts. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right. And this call will stand. Third and long. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Got his man at the 6. And he's going to have an Eagles first down on what will be a big play then on 4th and long.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly. But can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Frankie Luvu.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Mustang 19.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of surrender.
He gets free. Past midfield. He's inside the 30. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
Important spot here for the Commanders as they will go for 2. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
Commanders, 27.
They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to try it here again. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They continue.